Amma Frimpong is a Gov't Communications Team Member. Good morning, Amma.
Good morning.
How are
you doing?
I'm good. I'm very good. How are you?
Not bad at all.
Okay.
Not bad. It's been a while since I saw you.
Yes. It's good to see you back here.
Good to see you.
And I also have Naa Odarkai Lamptey Addy, who is a Communication Team Member for the NDC. Good morning.
Good morning.
How
David.
are you?
Good, thank you. How about yourself?
Very well, thank you. It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
All right, so this morning we want to delve into a few topics, and let me just introduce the topics to you. We're going to have a conversation about the Airbus Scandal. Gov't Writes to the Serious Fraud Office in the UK for identities of the various Ghanaians involved. And then we also have the compilation of the new voters register. We're going to talk about that. The fact that the machines, the group that's opposing the new register says that the machines are not obsolete, and so it's going to be cheaper to just update the system instead of doing a whole new re-registration. And then the alleged destabilization plot, we'll delve and touch a bit on that as well. All right, so let's begin. Let me just read to you, first of all, from the Finder. Let's talk about the Airbus Scandal. I'm going to read this quickly for you, and then we'll come back and I'll engage my guests. So on page 2 of the Finder, government chases Airbus bribe suspects. The Attorney General has triggered the process for the UK Serious Fraud Office to name persons involved in the Airbus bribery scandal. A Deputy Attorney General, Mr. Gov't Writes, who announced this, has said AG's department was exploring Ghana's cooperation agreement with the UK. A letter has been written by the Attorney General to the UK's Serious Fraud Office, SFO, requesting for the information, so the process has been triggered for such information to be given, he added. He called on key members of the erstwhile administration who have anything to do with the Airbus scandal to come clean on the issues in the name of probity and accountability. He was optimistic that the special prosecutor would unravel the circumstances surrounding the transaction if the key actors would not want to come out and explain their roles and circumstances before the people. Airbus SE, a European multinational aerospace corporation, admitted paying bribes in excess of 3.5 million euros to a high-ranking elected Ghanaian government official who took office in 2009 for Ghana to buy two C-295 military aircrafts. All right, and it says here an additional 1.6 million euro bribe agreed in connection with the C-295 sale in 2015 was not paid. All right, let's delve into the story. Let me engage Amma first of all. So it looks like government is not going to relent on its efforts to unravel this case and find the people who are responsible, at least those who have been mentioned, to uncover their identities. Why is this pursuit so important for government?
Good morning, Ghana. Heritage Month, yes. Independence Month,
yes.
We're Ghana Month. So I think I'd like to wish all of Ghana a happy Independence Day in advance. Happy birthday to Ghana. And let's make Ghana great and strong. We are still striving to get there. And I believe that this generation, we are doing our best. And we have to ensure that we leave a legacy that the people that are coming after us are going to be proud of. you spoke about, on your reviews, you mentioned something about the president touring facilities to show how prepared for them to show
COVID-19.
over COVID-19. I think it's very important. We are hearing of stories on your online portal. You mentioned that Senegal has recorded a second case. Mm-hmm. Initially, we thought we were far away from it, but it was hovering around the northern part of Africa. And we heard something in Nigeria, and we've heard about Senegal too. So I think it's important for every one of us to ensure that we keep ourselves clean. I mean, there's been a series of health awareness campaigns around washing our hands, ensuring that once you are sneezing, because it's airborne, we need to take care of ourselves. It's very important. It looks like coronavirus or COVID-19 is no respecter of anyone, and it doesn't give an announcement that's coming. So I would entreat every single one of us to ensure that we take care of our own selves. If you feel or if you recognize any symptoms you are not sure of, your first point of call will be a pharmacy, of course. Get yourself checked out just for the avoidance of any doubt. Or a hospital, yes. Even if you haven't traveled out, it doesn't mean that only those who have traveled or who are coming in are carriers of it. It could be anybody. So please, let's all take care of ourselves to ensure that we don't have this outbreak in Ghana. Airbus and matters arising. First and foremost, it's important that we get to the bottom of it, not only for the people who are involved, but for the image of Ghana out there as well. It doesn't sound right if it says that government officials and a relative of a government official, and there are no names mentioned, and there's speculations, and someone points a finger at another person, and another person says, I'm not going to talk about it, or it's not this person. I'm happy that the Deputy Attorney General has come out to say that the government has triggered the process to get the UK and the US officers to give them more details. Because when the information came out, from what we read, it said that the judge mentioned that they were not going to give out the names of the persons, individuals involved, to allow them for a fair trial if ever they wanted to. So, I mean, it shows that they know, or he or she, the judge is aware of the persons, but then for fairness and transparency or whatever, to give somebody a fair trial. It's not only, the judge has also to cover themselves. You don't go out and mention someone's name and not give any details as well. So, but there are processes involved. This issue, when it came out, was not only about Ghana. It didn't even happen in Ghana. It didn't even, the judgment didn't even happen in Ghana. It went on in a foreign country. And we got to know about it from reading online portals, from hearing about it from various sources, that something of that sort had happened. Some people who were in government had connived with certain officials of a foreign company to take some money or to take some bribe to aid them in getting a contract in Ghana. Who were these persons? What were they hoping to, what contracts were they hoping to get in Ghana? They were hoping to get contracts to supply Airbuses to the Ministry of Defense. I think, like it was rightly said by the majority leader, certain persons had their signatures on the contract because it was a contract between the government of Ghana at the time and Airbus, who signed the contract to ensure that we got the Airbuses. The Airbuses coming. These people also need to give their versions of the story, because otherwise everyone is going to speculate. Someone is going to mention another person's name. The former president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama's name has been thrown out there. We haven't heard him say anything to the contrary, or to say that, no, this is not me, or I'm not the person involved. He has not said anything. Maybe his lawyers are working on it, or maybe because officially government has not come out to name him as the person, or if he is the person. He's also waiting for that to happen. Then he can come in as well. But people have, you can read the story, and from the sequences that went on, you are able to do your own mathematics, add 2 and 2 here, and sometimes you might get 4. So if the government says that, no, we are not going to sit back, I remember the president had charged, or not charged, but had sent or said to the Special Prosecutor's Office to follow up on it. Now the Deputy Attorney General has also come out to say that we have also triggered processes to ensure that we get to the bottom of it. We know the persons involved. If the persons involved are found to be culpable, they were, the laws, we go through it and we realize that, yes, they committed an offense. They took some money that they were not supposed to take, bribes or monies exchanged hands unofficially. Then the government of Ghana or the law courts of Ghana can also deal with these persons as per law. I think going around and court of public opinion, most of the time that's what happens in Ghana. People are judged out there before it even gets to the courts, and then opinions are formed. But if we know that if a name is mentioned, it's Amma Frimpong, I have a right to come out and say, no, I'm not the person, I'm defending myself. If I go to the court and I bring proof to show that, well, you mentioned my name, or my name was mentioned in relationship to this Airbus issues, but I'm found that it was not, it was a case of impersonation or anything like that, then we would know. It's also, I believe it's in the right direction that the previous administration, the people that were involved in the day-to-day handling of this issue, come out and tell Ghanaians that, well, we were involved. We did everything. We followed due processes. Here are all the documents. Documents are out there for everyone to read or to understand. Nothing untoward happened. Then we can put to rest this issue. But if not, and no one is saying anything, and the government is forced to come out and name persons, or the government has to go out there, find the names, bring it, and call these people, and it turns into a whole different issue altogether, then I believe that it's going to create some, somebody is probably going to think that, well, others or people from the previous administration are being witch-hunted.
Yeah, but Amma, the issue is that there will be a case against Airbus anyway.
Yes.
Right. And so some of these people who have been mentioned but not named, okay, may be witnesses in the case. Right. So if they are actors or witnesses in the case, then it may be premature for them to speak.
But David, this thing went to Parliament. This whole contract went to Parliament. And once they go through to Parliament, they become public documents. They are all there for everyone to have a look.
Yes.
It was mentioned. Then I'm not saying that people who were involved. I'm just saying that at the time, maybe at the time we were purchasing the Airbuses, I was the Minister for Defense. I was the Attorney General. These are all public documents that everyone knows.
Fair enough. I understand that. But I'm just saying that because we are still speculating and we don't know specifically who the people are, right? I'm saying that these people are actually actors within a certain space.
So they should wait till we trigger it, the names are mentioned, and then they come out, or if they are called by courts, then they go out there to tell Ghanaians what they know about it or what information they have. That's what you're saying.
I think that there's a case against Airbus. These people are actors in the entire story, right? And so it may be premature for them to
start coming out and saying something that, okay, well, that's also there. But the bottom line is that there's been an international case for everyone to hear about. There's been fines that Airbus have accepted, meaning they accept that they committed a crime. No, I'm not sure if it's a crime or they did something wrong, and they are going to pay fines for it. In the deliberations, it was found out that some persons who were in government at a certain period also received some monies from Airbus. These monies were not recorded. These monies were not part of the amounts that were agreed in the contract. Okay, obviously, it was done on the darker side or on the...
In the party, that's NDC party, in a statement signed by, and I'm reading from CitiNewsroom.com, okay. The party in a statement signed by former Attorney General Marietta Bru Apia Opong, argued that the media reports on the matter did not capture the true reflection of the approved judgment of the case in the UK. And this is a quote from her. She says, the reports alleging that Airbus paid bribes during the administration of President John Evans Atamios and John Dramani Mahama are false, misleading, and do not reflect the approved judgment. Indeed, the approved judgment of the Crown Court of Southwark approving the DPA between Airbus and the UK Serious Fraud Office does not allege that any payment was made by Airbus to any Ghanaian government official. This is a statement from Marietta Bru Apia. Okay. I don't know what you make of it.
I'm just reading something here from Mondak. Airbus
from where?
Mondak online. Okay. Airbus enters into a coordinated resolution of foreign bribery investigation with US, UK, and French authorities for a total of 3.6 billion euros. On January 29th, 2020. So if Airbus did not...
Let's take a short break. We'll come back. Just don't lose your train of thought. Viewers, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. Please don't go anywhere. All right, welcome back. Remember, the hashtag is Breakfast Daily, and the WhatsApp line is +233 550 585 The show is interactive. We would like to hear from you. All right, so Amma Frimpong, who's a Gov't Communications Team Member, was making her submission, and let her quickly round up on that, and then we'll continue with Naa's submission. Yes.
David, I was reading a first one, and then I'm reading another one from the Edge Market, Edge Weekly as well. It says that the 3.6 billion US 4 billion settlement via a deferred prosecution agreement between Airbus SE and the UK, the US and French regulators last month is not the end of the story, says British High Commissioner to Malaysia, Charles Hay. You are going to see real implications for the management of Airbus. Also, there is still potential prosecution of individuals. This has not gone away. We are not at the end of the story. There's more that is going to happen. So, basically, we all agree, or we've all read, and we can all comprehend that even Airbus, the people that are supposed to be at the center of the story, they have admitted that they did wrong. They have gone into a deferred agreement where they are saying they would pay some monies. And we are not talking about $1,000 or something. It's running into billions of euros. If they did not commit any crime, why are they accepting to pay this amount? Right. Because Airbus is a huge international company. They also have their reputation at stake. Yeah. I don't think they would sit out there and allow a judge or some individuals or US authorities, French authorities, to run them down for something that they did not do. It has been established that some bribery allegations or some bribery went on, and Ghana is involved. We are going to find out who the people are who accepted or collected the bribe.
Now, yes. What do you make of the happenings so far? Government says that they are going to hunt down, or the headline says chases Airbus bribe suspects.
David, good morning to you once again, your lovely crew. Cherished viewers, especially those that have taken time to participate in this morning's program. And then, of course, a special good morning to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the flag bearer of the NDC, and the incoming president of the Republic of Ghana come January 2021. Yes, I have said it. You know, the issue of Airbus, to me, is absolutely baseless.
Really?
Yes. You know, the president has referred...
That's very bold.
Yes.
Okay, go on. I want to hear what you have to say on
The
this.
president has referred the case to the special prosecutor. You know, the preemptive comments by the Deputy Attorney General, to me, is nothing different from the baseless speculations by the MPP. It's nothing different from their peddling since this thing started. If the Deputy Attorney General feels that he has facts, he should communicate same to the special prosecutor. And, you know, stop making noise on radio.
No, but he says that they are requesting for the UK government to release the names of the people. So he's not saying that they have facts or not facts. They're just asking for those who were given code names for the names to be decoded.
David,
so
so far from what I have been listening to here, it looks like they are tagging certain people. So if they know that they have answers, why then have they written to the SFO?
Okay.
If they know, because I have heard the former president's name come up from the submission of my lady. If they know that they have answers, why then did they write to the SFO? I feel that this is just some sort of a slender, if you ask me. It's just trying to go after someone.
I don't know why you suggest slander in this case, because they specifically gave us the judgment specifically mentions the time frame within which this happened, and then suggests that they were government officials.
But there is no extent. There is no slander, because there is no extent to which any government official is cited for any offence by the approved judgment or the DPA on the Airbus matter.
How do you interpret the approved judgment? So what is it saying?
There is, the former Attorney General, Marietta Brew Appiah-Oppong, has come out to say it is false, it is misleading, it does not represent or doesn't capture the truth from the UK, and that is what we are standing by. David, I feel that
all you've done, literally, is to say that what the government is saying is untrue and doesn't reflect the approved judgment. But you've not said what it does reflect. What the approved judgment how do you understand the approved judgment? That's what I would like to know. Because they've interpreted what they understand by approved judgment.
That is
what do you
those
understand
are
by
their
approved
speculations.
Yes, so what do you understand by the
what
approved
I
judgment?
understand is that the approved judgment, there is no extent to which any ex-government official has been cited to have committed any offense. That is my understanding. I feel that, David, there are more serious issues to be looked at. The country is in a very sensitive state right now. We are in hardship. We are in hard times. What is this particular Airbus situation going to do for us as a country?
The fact that we have issues that are pressing to handle, doesn't necessarily take away from dealing with appearances of wrongdoing.
David, let me ask you, you're a journalist. Let me ask you, has the country lost any money? Is it like the way Ghana lost $190 million in the PDS scandal? Have we lost any money through this Airbus situation? Have we lost? This whole Airbus issue went through Parliament. It is not like an individual transaction. It was done by state agencies. You understand? It went through Parliament and it was approved. So I feel that it's just a case of slander, like I said. It's just trying to tarnish someone's image and go after someone because the MPP knows that they failed woefully, and come 2021, they are going to exit. Because, David, yes, because I feel that there are more pressing issues. For instance, look at the issue of NHIS. Look at the NHIS it's basically crumbling down. It's crippling. Private and public facilities have come to say that by 1st March, they are going to withdraw if they are not paid. There are issues of galamsey.
We heard this even in your administration, that they're also going to withdraw if you're not paid.
No, but
to the extent that several millions of dollars were paid at the beginning of the administration of the NPP to the NHIS.
Well, David, as we can see now, we are going back to cash and carry. We are going back to cash and carry, which I feel that is going to affect the ordinary Ghanaian, the quality of health for the ordinary Ghanaian. I feel that there are more pressing issues for us to talk about. Have we finished talking about Galamsey, water bodies being destroyed, skin diseases rising from 5,000 to 10,000? Are we talking about Dumso, which is actually coming back into the system? Have we finished talking about that? And what adequate provision is government even making concerning the coronavirus? God forbid if it comes to Ghana. What adequate provision has government made? So I feel that there are more pressing issues.
The Director General of the National Health, Ghana Health Service said that we are adequately prepared.
How are we adequately prepared?
He explained. I mean, you have to speak to him, but he was on our show on Point of View here in the studio, and he actually said it, that we are prepared, and he says there are different levels of preparedness, but as far as we are concerned, the 14 entry points into Ghana all have adequate preparation. And he said the fact that you don't see people with, what do they call those things, temperature measurement guns, whatever those things are called, at the airport, doesn't mean you're not being scanned. And that there are scanners at the airport that when you walk through, they will scan you and read your temperature. No, it hasn't. I'm addressing the issue.
No. I mean, I feel like I'm saying that there are more pressing issues. Does this put food on our tables as Ghanaians? Does this Airbus issue put food on our tables? Look at the number.
So if the judgment suggests that something untoward has gone on in a government relationship with Airbus, should we just leave it because there are other issues?
They claim they have written to the SFO. So I would say that let the reports come back and then we'll take it from there. If they claim they've written to the SFO for names, let the report come back and then we will take it from there. Also, like I said, the president has referred it to the Special Prosecutor's Office. So if the Attorney General feels that he has facts, he should submit it to the Special Prosecutor's Office and let the findings come back and then we'll take it from there.
Fair enough. All right, let's move on to the next topic.
Can I have a rebuttal here?
No, you. I think you spoke quite lengthy. You spoke quite lengthily on the issue.
The NHIA is not collapsing.
No, we're not talking about NHIA right now. Let's get on to the next topic.
Really? You're allowing one person to bring in a topic that's not related to it? No. But I can have a rebuttal on it.
But I responded to that. I dealt with it.
Okay.
So it's not. So the next one, we want to talk about the compilation of the new voters register and EC's biometric verification machines are not obsolete, says the group that is opposing the new voters register. So let me quickly read that from citinewsroom.com. As the date of the compilation of the new voters register draws near, the leadership of the inter-party resistance against the new voters register is insisting that claims that the Electoral Commission's BVMS is obsolete are false. The group claims that their checks with the manufacturers of the machine led them to such a conclusion. Addressing the press on Tuesday, the General Secretary of the opposition NDC and a leading member of the inter-party resistance against the new voters register, Johnson Esedion-Ketia, said the current system could be upgraded to have the facial recognition component that the EC wants to add to the register. On January 1st, 2020, we sent an email to the manufacturers of the current BVR equipment seeking information whether or not the current BVR equipment can be upgraded to include facial recognition. In response to this email, dated 2nd January 2020, Mr. Maxwell Bogard of HNB Identification Delivery indicated as follows, that the current BVRs are not obsolete. Although the computer operating systems and software of the current BVR need to be upgraded, components like the fingerprints and scanners were very robust and fit for use. The enrollment software can easily be upgraded with facial recognition. The cost of upgrading the BVR equipment with new functionalities will be far cheaper than replacing them with new equipment, he added. All right. So this is this is what the Inter-Party Resistance Against the New Voters Register is saying, and of course that is championed and led by the NDC. And so your take on the whole thing is?
David, I must state emphatically that the current biometric voters register is absolutely not obsolete. Okay, I must state that it's absolutely not obsolete. It's very robust. It can be maintained. It can be upgraded. I feel that these are just lies that are being fabricated or manufactured by the EC, which are irrational and inexplicable. Let me give you a little background of the current voters register. The current voters register was compiled in 2012, okay? And this came up from very exhaustive procedures involving political parties, civil society groups, and the IEA, which was headed by the current EC boss, Jean Mensa. And she brought a lot of reform proposals which served as consensus for putting up the 2012 biometric voters register. There is absolutely nothing wrong with the register. Like I said, it can be upgraded, it can be maintained. It was not intended not to be permanent. Actually, let me rephrase. It was intended to be permanent. You understand? And upgraded through limited registration and continuous registration. So that is, if you turn 18 years, you will be added on. And then once you die, you will be deleted. You understand, David?
I understand what you're saying.
So there is absolutely nothing wrong with the register. We used it for the 2019 limited registration, of which 1.2 million people registered. We also used it for the assembly elections. And Madam Jean Mensa herself confirmed that it was credible. Actually, our voters register is an enviable one in the world. If I can say that, it is very enviable. It has a 99.4% success rate and just 0.6% error rate. Even if you compare to that of the Indians, theirs have about 4% error rate. So that should show you how credible our current...
So when the EC says that they're going to save 173 million Ghana cedis by getting a new voters register, you're saying that's untrue?
No, that's untrue. That is untrue. David, to me, there's a lot more behind this whole voters register brouhaha, if you would ask me. Okay? There's a lot more behind it.
Can I read you something here?
Yes.
IT consultant to the EC, Dr. Yao Oforie, who made this known at a media encounter last Thursday, and this is contextual at the time of the writing of this article, said the commission would incur a cost of approximately 107 million Ghana cedis to furnish the existing data center, but will only need about 39 million Ghana cedis for both the construction and maintenance of a new data center. Okay, the suggestion from an expert is that if we do a completely new setup, it will end up being cheaper.
I don't think so.
Based on what?
I don't think so. David, I feel that these are just, like I said, there is a lot behind this whole new voters register issue. The reason I'm saying that...
Like what? I mean, because you're doing conjecturing and you're not giving us any, firm things to hold on to.
David, if you look at the data of the current biometric voters register is accurate. Let me give you an example. If your car develops a fault, will you say that you're going to throw the car away? Will you say that just because yes, you fix it. You either maintain it or you upgrade it.
But there comes a time where the car has to also be thrown away.
Nobody throws a car away. Nobody throws a car away.
You know what they call a write-off?
I do.
Yeah. So sometimes there's a write-off.
No. David, listen.
You don't think that's the case with this?
No, that is not the case with this.
Let me get Amma's view on this. Amma.
David.
Yes.
The NHI is not collapsing. When this government came, we paid 1.2 billion cedis left by the incompetent Mahama government.
That already.
Yes, I'm reiterating it for anybody out there who didn't hear you.
I would like you to address.
We have solved that problem. Dumsor is also not back. Just because we are maintaining machines does not mean Dumsor is back.
Dumsor is absolutely back.
Honorable Orekwedu said by the first week of March, which we are in, the West African gas pipeline that was being maintained will be over, and then we'll go back to our normal routines. I know for a fact also that MEDA is doing its MCC compact. I think I saw it on Citi FM online as well, where they mentioned that they are starting some projects, and so we would have intermittent power outages. If we are comparing it to that Dumsor where we had timetables, people could not get their work done, factories broke down, and the NDC, it is not this. We are in an era where a competent administration is managing this country. It is managing this economy. It is putting it on the right track. And Ghanaians will definitely, on the 7th of December, give
Are you going to answer this?
Yes.
I'll go on to the next topic.
Easy. What Ghanaians want is a credible register. So that when we go to the polls on 7 December and NDC loses, they understand themselves and go home and get the point that Ghanaians have rejected them again. 18th of April 2020, the EC would open the new register. If you as an NDC member, you think you do not want to go there and register so you won't vote, that is your right. Nobody is going to stop you. The EC has come out again and again and again to explain. They have the Constitution mandates them to do what they are doing. They have not committed any wrong. They are within the law. If any person in this country feels that they have fouled the law, that's why we have the courts. You can go there, state your case. A competent judge will sit on it, listen to your merits or demerits. The EC would come also and give their facts on why they think they have to bring out a new register. And then they will go on with it. Any single day, and unfortunately I have to say this, the NDC is not attacking the Electoral Commission of Ghana. They are attacking Madam Jean Mensah. Because when they go on their press conferences, it is all about Madam Jean Mensah, Madam Jean Mensah. If you have a problem with the commission, nobody has stopped you from doing that. If they have a problem and they think that Madam Jean Mensah has committed any crime, they can go to the courts. As far as we are concerned, as the MPP, as a party, we have said consistently, even when we went to after the 2012 elections and we went to court, it was found out that yes, there are certain issues with the register. It did not mean that we've changed our stand. We have always insisted that the register is not credible. The EC has come out to say that based on their own findings that they have done when they came, the new commission came in, the new commissioner and the deputy commissioners came in, working with the whole outfit. This is what they have found out. It will cost them more to service these new machines than doing a new register. If you feel so against about it,
they wrote to the manufacturers, and the manufacturers said
you have written to the manufacturer. It does not mean that the manufacturer is right. The EC has also come out with their own case. They have stated it.
The manufacturer is
a new
right.
register is
the
going to be open.
If
you feel that you do not want to, NDC have given us a precedent by boycotting Parliament during SONA. They also have a right to boycott registration.
We did not boycott Parliament.
We are going to have a new register. We are going to vote with it on 7 December.
It was a walkout.
They can do their own thing. They can decide not to come. Nobody will force them. It is their right. Every single Ghanaian has a right. I have a right to say that I want a new voters register. And when I get it, I would go and vote on 7 December for His Excellency Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo to continue his good works. If you think that the incompetent administration does not want anything competent to happen in this Ghana, yes, sit back and watch the competent people do what they do best. The noise is too much.
Okay. All right, so we're going to do our last story.
David, can I just chip in real quick?
We're running out of time, so what I'll do is that when you get your time to submit, you can quickly mention and then we'll do the submission. Okay. So just very quickly, I want to talk about the alleged destabilization plot, and just quickly read to you a couple of lines from here. The trial of suspects in destabilization plot to begin at the High Court. The 10 accused persons facing charges of treason felony for allegedly plotting to destabilize the state have been committed to the High Court for trial. The committal of the accused persons to the High Court means the trial of the case will now begin. The magistrate Eleanor Burns, in her ruling to commit the accused persons, said upon assessing all the evidence put before her, she believes they have questions to answer. All right, progress?
Yes, progress. The prosecutors have taken up, the judge has asked that I go to the High Court, which means that they have given them, at this stage, they have given the courts enough evidence or enough, they've stated their case convincingly enough. Like I always say, that's why the courts are there. The fact that they've taken you to court doesn't mean that you are guilty. The accused persons also have a right to rebut and say that, no, what you are saying is wrong. Okay. I read from somewhere that they said they were not plotting to destabilize the country, but they were planning to do a demonstration. Yeah. A demonstration with locally manufactured. What were they going to do? Was it a festival that they were going to throw these locally manufactured IEDs or what? It's up to them to prove without reasonable doubt that during the registration, the IEDs and the handmade machines or whatever that were found in their possession was going to use to be for demonstration. Whether it was going to be a vuvuzela or not, I don't know. Finally, one last thing before I go. I would like to say that NPP, we are doing our vetting and wishing all aspirants good luck today. It's happening in Eastern Region.
All right.
Thank you.
David, before I touch on the last issue, I want to state that.
You have a minute and a half.
Yes, okay. So I'll make it very quick, snappy. On the 18th of April is not feasible for the compilation of a new voters register. This is because compiling a new voters register has to go through certain processes, okay? Number one, procurement, vendor selection, signing contracts, training political parties who in turn have to train their agents, voter exhibition. We don't have time for this. We are in March, the elections is in December. We don't have time for this. All that they are doing is just going to run us into some kind of chaos, and we still stand by the fact that it is not necessary. The current voters register can be maintained, it can be upgraded. Now, on the end, because of time, I can't read, but you read for us what the manufacturers said. They have also stated that the current voters register can be maintained, it can be upgraded. I just want that to be on record. On the last issue, David, I think that Ghana is a peace-loving country. And I think I speak for all Ghanaians that we enjoy our democracy and our peace. I don't think that anybody will want to plot any coup or take out any government. If you know that you are not doing anything wrong, why would you speculate, or why would you imagine that somebody wants to plot a coup to take you out? So, David, we'll just leave it to the findings of the court. If that is what they claim, we leave it. I don't think I'm in a position. Let's wait and see what the court makes out of this issue. Okay,
thank you very much. So I have a few messages from you. I want to read that quickly before we go. From Kwabla V of Pokwase, Benghazi, he says, the Airbus scandal against John Mahama is an evil handiwork by some MPP members, but it will fail.
Absolutely.
We want to take the money.
Absolutely.
Somebody wants to collect his own right and try to steal the money. You are saying NPP
from Mankraso says the Jean Mensah-led EC is proving to be the most selfish, incompetent, and most dangerous to the survival of our democracy. God is watching them all. Long live our democracy. Well, sorry for the behavior of my guests on the set, but thank you very much for watching this show. I was joined by Amma Frimpong from the government side, and also joined by Naa Odarkai Lamptey Addy from the NDC. Thank you very much for watching this segment of the show.
Hi there. I hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share with all of your friends. This is Breakfast Daily on Citi TV.
Join the Breakfast Daily team Monday through Fridays from 7:30 a.m. to 10. Join us for breakfast daily, only on Citi TV.